Hey folks, Jim Thomas here, and who I'm talking to today are you gym owners, gym operators, gym managers. I want to help you grow your business. I want to help you expand your business, and we've got a very specific thing that you can do on a daily basis that can help you do this. And what we're talking about is having your morning sales meeting. Every morning you have your sales meeting. And I know there's many gyms when I ask them, hey, how often do you guys meet? Well, we might meet once a month. And I'm not talking about here, I'm not talking about, training sessions per se. I'm talking a morning meeting, a morning huddle up meeting with a real strategy to get things done. And what I have found to be true, the difference between operations that will do this and operations that don't, it's going to get you a sale a day. It costs you nothing to do. Why not do it? So we want to get this sale a day. How do we do this? Let's talk about 5 things that you can do in this huddle up meeting, this morning meeting. You do it every day. The first thing you want to do, we want to set goals. And you want to set your goals big. As a club, set them big. As an owner, you want to set them big. As an individual salesperson, whether it's personal training, it's membership sales. If you're at the front desk and you're in charge of some retail production, set your goals big. And instead of being, I'll use kind of membership sales as the example here. Instead of saying, hey, I'm going to get a sale today, I'm going to get 2 sales today. You know what? Set your goal for 3, for 4, for 5. I'd rather see you fall short of a big goal than potentially fall short of this smaller goal. So set your goals big. Certainly you want to have a plan on how you're going to do this. This is not just something you're making up, but you want to understand that you want to get these numbers. I remember back when I was first starting in membership sales, and I had struggled and struggled and struggled. And I'll never forget that first day that I had made 3 sales in a day. I remember thinking, it's like, whew, pressure's off. I can take a breather here because, hey, I did something that not very many people do. I made 3 sales in a day. And I'll never forget leaving that night, the manager comes walking around the desk and he sticks out his hand and says, hey, Jim, congratulations. I saw you made 3 sales today. And I was thrilled to say, yes, sir, I sure did. And he just kind of holds his hand up like it's a little stop sign. And he says, now, Jim, that's the kind of production I need from you every day. And so he kind of set that goal big for me, because I wasn't going to do it. At that point, I wasn't ready to do that, right? He did it for me. And the thing is, it's one of the best things he ever did, because I actually started to do that. I started to do 3 sales a day. I became that 100 sale a month salesperson back at a time where you really didn't see it, all that often. So set your goals. You got this huddle up meeting. Everybody sets a goal and everybody commits to it. Number 2, what we want to start to do, what we want to talk about in this meeting is we want to treat everybody like a buyer. Everybody we talk to them on the phone. They're a phone inquiry. It's an outbound call. It's a customer that's coming in. Treat everybody like a buyer. Do not prejudge. Don't size them up and think, oh, they're not ready. Oh, they're not going to do it. Oh, they don't have the money. Oh, they need to go talk to somebody. Treat everybody like a buyer. In other words, treat them like they're worth $1 million and treat them like they're interested. One of the things is to remember in this particular situation, it's always going to be more important how you think than how the customer thinks. Okay? Because we're trying to influence that customer and trying to kind of pull them along and show them, how we can solve their problem. So in this huddle up meeting, we're going to talk about and get sold on, we're going to treat everybody like a buyer. Hey, no prejudging. Okay, you'll be surprised how that can change things just immediately for you. Number 3 is every customer that you get needs to be turned over to a manager. And what I'm talking about here, this is commonly referred to as a third-party touch. And so, we want to treat every customer that we get like maybe it's the only one we're going to get that day. And we want to do everything we can, hopefully, to convince them that our place is the place that can solve their problem for them. Our facility is the one that has the solutions, for what they're looking to do. And one of the real simple, easy ways to do this, it's a third-party touch, we want to turn it over to a manager. And so if I'm sitting here and I'm talking to Mary Smith, and basically we've kind of reached the end of the road here, and I'm going to say, Mary, hey, before you leave, I'd like you to introduce our manager, Bill Jones. He likes to meet all of our guests that come in the club, and I know he'd be really disappointed if he didn't get a chance to meet you. And so you go get your manager, you introduce them, and just nicely and easily, this is kind of coming from a higher authority. It's your manager's chance to ask that person, to invite that person to become a member one more time. This will make a difference for you. Okay, so it's third-party touch. We want to make sure every customer is turned over to a manager. And if a manager's not, a typical manager is not on staff, anyone can do this. I want to introduce you to one of our managers and introduce that person, to your prospect. Number 4 is in this huddle up meeting, and one of the big reasons you do it is, we want to get pumped up. We want to get excited. We want to go into the day with a lot of enthusiasm, that we're ready to, let's get after it. Because at the end of the day, when you start trying to kind of define sales and define what that is, in many ways it is a transfer of enthusiasm. It's a transfer of belief. It's a transfer of passion. It's a transfer of conviction. And so get in these meetings, get pumped up. Talk about success stories. Get excited. Talk about, what got us excited yesterday, okay? But this is a big part, of what we're trying to do here is get pumped up. We want to transfer that enthusiasm to our customer. There's more sales that are made, because of great enthusiasm and great excitement, probably than anything else. So get out there and do this. And number 5 on our list is you want to become deaf to negativity. No negatives. Don't find yourself, going negative. Don't find yourself associating with folks, that are negative. Don't find yourself engaging in that conversation. Absolutely zero negative. There's nothing that's going to kill your sales career, your gym career, or any career you have. There's nothing that's going to kill it quicker than negativity. So become deaf to negativity. And if you get around it, the best advice I can give you is simply run, okay? And run as fast as you can and keep going until you get as far away from that person as possible. So we're going to have this morning sales meeting. We're going to do it every single morning. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to set our goals big. We're going to treat every prospect like a buyer when they come in. We're going to do a third-party touch. Every customer we talk to is going to get turned over to a manager. And this could be for membership sales. This can be for personal training. It can be for retail. Just simply introduce them to the manager as we're coming through. Number 4, we're going to get pumped up. We're going to get excited about the day and about what we're about to accomplish. We're going to visualize having this kind of success. And number 5, we're going to become deaf to negativity. Zero negativity. Make this the focal point of your morning huddle up meeting every single day. And what I have seen to be true, the clubs that do this versus the clubs that don't, you will add a sale a day to your book of business. And if you just want to discount weekends for a moment, we're talking 20 days a month. Is it worth it to add an additional 20 new sales a month to your book of business to have this meeting every single morning? Folks, my name is Jim Thomas. I appreciate you watching. Hey, if you enjoy the content that we provide, if you find it beneficial, hey, we'd appreciate it if you'd hit that subscribe button. Helps us grow our audience, helps us reach more people, certainly in a time right now where help is needed and folks are looking to continually, grow their business. Again, my name is Jim Thomas. I hope you all have a great day.